Hey everyone, welcome to this video where I'm working on this Audi A6. It's a saloon, so I'm gonna guess it's gonna be pretty much the same thing as doing this on a saloon as it is on doing it on an estate. But pretty excited to do this one. It's in for a Symphony kit. It's just strip lights going across the dash, the doors, along with the footwells as well. It's a really nice car. I'll be honest, sitting inside of the car does remind me of my brother's old RS6 because it's basically the same interior. The car is all black interior, which looks really nice and clean. I think with the finished look that we're gonna go for as well, gonna go for the strips to just go nicely across underneath here, something across the dash, etc. So I'm pretty excited to dive into this. First up is going to be stripping the car apart. So I'm gonna look at taking apart the door cards and center console, just to get all the wiring routed around properly. I'm gonna start off with probably the rear doors, get them all checked out, and then move on with the front and then the center console. So without further ado, let's jump into dismantling this car. So everyone, the Audi A6 is going pretty well at the moment, but there's a couple of things that I wanted to run through with you all before I get to showing you the simpler stuff of like removing the door, which is what I'm doing here with the dash. So the strip is following along the underneath of this silver trim. It's going to be doing something similar across here as well, keeping it all nice and uniform. But here's what I've done. So this plastic piece just here, it literally just pops off. This is literally just held in by clips, so you just gotta pop it off forward towards you. But that allows you to tuck the wiring in underneath here. Now I've slid this forward so I can bring the wiring through, down and into the center console area. That basically makes it the easiest route for the wiring to go through. This is held in by an 8mm just in the middle, just there. You just got to undo that and the whole thing will slide out. It's not like the bottom where you just unclip it. How you remove that one is you literally, it's just sat in here, just put in trim removal tools on each side and it will pop forward, undo the clips on the back that are holding in the wiring connector. So you're gonna pop these red ones up and then you're allowed to press in and remove. The center console one is pretty much the same. Once you've got this, you slide this all the way to the back and it will allow you access to pop this all the way off, undo everything. You've got a little locking mechanism here, so just undo that and it will allow you to slide the whole thing upwards. So that is in essence where I'm at the moment. There's nothing else that needs to be removed. I've got access to the Live and Earth over here with the cigarette lighter, so I'm just gonna route all the wiring through. Oh, the other thing as well, I've done the footwell, so it just comes across and over on these ends here. So both sides, one's going to be going onto the footwells front area here, one underneath the seat. So I'm just going to tidy up all of the wiring here and you'll see just how different this all looks, and obviously, you know, making sure that this wiring is all tucked in really nicely up over here as well. So here's how it looks at the moment. The Live is the red, the brown is the Earth. Got that all connected up, got all the wiring routed around fairly nicely, so it's not going to interfere with anything once I start putting things back together. And yeah, so now it's just a matter of putting everything back in place and we are good to go. Oh, the other thing that I did do is remove this panel down a little bit. There's a screw that holds it in place here, and you can do the same thing that I did over here on this side, and you can fit this strip piece in and then just get the wire to come all the way across, down, over and into here. So everyone, to remove the door cards, it's fairly easy. You gotta just bring a trim removal piece in between the top one up here. This should hopefully come out fairly easily like this one did. Just be careful again with these tabs at the back. I'm gonna be gentle with that. And the other thing you need to do at the front here is remove the grill piece just over here, the speaker grill. Got one screw here, one screw at the back and one screw just here. There is a little metal prong piece just here, so you gotta bring door card upwards when you're taking it off. But that's in essence what we're going to be doing. We're just going to use the trim removal tool now after taking off the screws to pop it all off. The rear is very much the same. The only difference is there's 2 screws in the back here and 1 over here, not 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. So just like with the front, this one's a little bit tighter, so I'm just bringing in the trim removal tool, assist me a little. This tool honestly makes life so much easier. Just undo all the clips. Voila. And then we just got the other screws to take off. So 1, 2, 3. These screws are T25s. So just use the right drill bit and take them off. Trim removal piece. Tool now. Come on round. Let's lift upwards bit by bit. Definitely got some change in here. Well, I've got one door off. Then just come round and do the same to the front door as well. Now, we need to remove all these silver screws that hold on this entire top piece section. Unhook this foam so that it can dangle down nicely. And it's T20s. Put them all to the side, keep them safe. This will now just fold down like this. So, just in through the gap over here in the corner. So we need to slide in this LED bead strip, which is a bit fiddly at first, but once you get it to go in, you'll be all right. There we go. Bring that back round. Now, one thing that I like to do is just push it all the way to the end, so you know the actual strip is all the way as far in as it can go. And now we're just going to screw all of those screws back in. We need to connect up the door module from the light here to the actual power cable. Now the red and green here and the brown, the red and green is live and the brown is earth, and that's on the rear door, and it's very much the same thing on the front door as well. We've got this red and green over here and the brown next to it. So this wire stripper makes life so much easier. But all you gotta do is just squeeze it and it will get some of the threads loose. Hook on these T connectors. Really hard to do with one hand, but you can just squeeze it on. Let me do it with 2 hands. That's pushed in nice and deep. Connect it up. That's one done. Do the same on the live. Same on the other doors. And then basically you've got pretty much the main part of the T connectors connected up. And just like that, it's all connected up. Now this just has to be connected to the actual part on the door. But in essence, that's the door basically done. Put all of that back on, connect up that LED strip wire, and we're all good to go. Now with the front doors, the only real difference is we're going to come through this little gap here to feed the LED bead strip into. So if I set the tripod up here, you'll see what I do. Just literally push it through that gap, comes out the other end. Now hook all of this stuff back on. So it's a little bit easier doing the front. That's the only real difference there. And get this ready to put back on. And with a little bit of tape, double-sided tape just inside here to hold it all in place, you can literally hardly see the ambient lighting at all. This is a very clean install again. Let's turn the car on and I'll show you all how this car looks with it all. So I get a lot of questions from people asking how do the lighting work, and if you go for the Symphony setup, can you make it a solid color? And the answer is, if you look here, it's come from Symphony. Just in the app, you can select it to a specific color if that's what you want, or you can go into the settings of it all and set it up to like one of the Symphony modes. There's literally over 200 of them. Let's see, 210. Look at that, look how cool that is. It's just building itself back up. Let's go to a different one. There's literally so many options here. I know the standard ones are normally used a lot, but you can do so much. It's honestly, it's brilliant. Right, I'm gonna end the video here. If you have enjoyed this video and seeing this install, please consider subscribing to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and also leave a comment if you feel like I could have done anything differently. Links for all of the items, the tools, and the actual ambient lighting kits will all be linked in the description down below. So hopefully that will help you all out with finding a nice, easy place to get everything, the same ones that I use with these installs. But for now, everyone, I look forward to seeing you all in another video. A couple of them will be recommended at the end, and I'll see you there. Peace out. Bye.